Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back again in today's brand new episode. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you about some updates of the Bloxfruits. So I know this video is late, but it's awesome. Like the Bloxfruit has updated the game, and with some weapons buffs, nerfs, and some of the weapons are adjusted. And I'm gonna show you one weapon I remembered was the Yama sword. I don't know, the Yama sword has got nerfs, so we're gonna see into the video. And let me show you some of the pictures. Just look at this. So just look at this. These are all the buffs. Look at this: Dark Blade, Death Shape, Doe Fruit, and wait, Dragon, and Gas Fruit, Fiend, Yeti, and Eagle, Ghost, and Ice, Guns, Ammons as well. And wait, what is the Instinct Ice doing here? And there are a lot of mythical fruits and many more. Look at that, Quake Fruit. And if you don't know, Quake is getting a rework as well. So there's Tiger Fruit, Spider Fruit, Werewolf, and Yeti Fruit as well, and some of the Twin Hooks and Venom Bow. So the guns, swords, fruits all are getting nerfs, buffs, and these are the nerfs, which is Dragon Hat, Kitsune, Imperial Kitsune, and Gold before. Oh, Race as well. So I'm thinking of getting Gold before, but they nerfed that. And Sanguine Art. I'm gonna unlock Sanguine Art like in 3 or 4 weeks later, and Skull Guitar also get nerfed, Lightning Fruit as well. I don't know why they nerfed this very much. So Dragon Heart need to be nerfed and Kitsune as well. And these are some adjusted like Control, Diamond Pain, and Shark before, and True Triple Katana. I already have True Triple Katana and Shark Race, but I don't have Shark before, and I don't know what they do to True Triple Katana. And these are all the updates, guys. These are the buffs and these are the nerfs, and at the last, so these are the nerfs, and at the last these are some of the adjusted fruits. If you guys are new to the channel, then like this video, subscribe to the channel please, guys. This will help me and motivate me a lot. So let's move to the video. And I may not be able to cover all of the updates, so let's go with this. So the first update we have is the dragon, and this is the hybrid only. So now this fruit breaks the instinct and the size has increased by 20%. This is good for hybrid dragon users. So let's move to another update. The next one we have is the gas fruit, and look at this, it's only transformed. So the hitbox size is increased by 15%, and the C damage increased by 30%, and the charging time has been reduced to only 30%. So reduced by 30%. So only this much for the gas. And I just completed a pirate raid, so let's check out which fruit did we got. Oh, it's the dough fruit. Let's go. If you guys don't believe, look at, I just got the dough, and it's my first time by the pirate raid on the Castleman's the first mythical fruit, and this is the dough. So buy dough, and I just thought that dough has also got some buffs, and let's check out that as well. And the dough fruit has a very long list, and I need to squint my eyes. So the first hitbox size increased by 15% on the Z tap move, and the Z hold move is travel speed increased by 20%, and on the X move, one hit in lag decreased by 20%, and hitbox size increased by 20% on both variants. And on the C move, hitbox size increased by 25% and stun duration increased by 40%. And the last move B is maximum hold duration increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds, and cast time decreased by 20%. Oh, so the dough may be back to the prime time. So let's go with the dough. And good luck is I've got dough, and I'm going to use this dough fruit. So now let's move to next fruit. The next one is the Fiend Yeti, and let's look. So the Fiend Yeti only on transformation. So Z tap wind up decreased by 20%, hitbox size increased by 50%, and Z hold cast time decreased to 0.57 seconds, and X hold cast time decreased by 20%, range increase, hitbox size increased by 25%, and the C move is in lag decreased by 60%, and the F move is hitbox size increased by 20%, and all damage increased by 17%. So I don't know, like the cast time decreased by 20%, no, the end lag decreased by 60%. Does this first reduce the lag? So I don't know about that. Please tell me in the comment section, guys. Now let's talk about the ghost fruit, and this one also got buffs. So the Z move cast time decreased by 50% and stun duration increased from 1 second to 1.2 second, only a little bit. And the X move is range increased by 50%, this one's good. And the C is knockback decreased by 30%. And the V move, the imported one, new summon ghosts are receiving a major ability upgrade and can now mirror sword ability. So if you don't know, the ghost fruits, like when we use the V move, many ghosts are coming, and if I use a sword skill, they also gonna use the sword skill, and I don't know about the damage. And on the F move, the cast time decreased by 50%. The next one we have is the Dark Blade and it's also buffed, so the Z move only. Hold charge speed increased by 10%, end lag decreased by 30% and range increased by 10%, hitbox size increased by 10%. That's a lot of for a single move, so let's see on the PvP on the battleground. The next one we have the Kabucha and the Z move now applies a 0.5 seconds stun instead of a knockoff, and the X move has in lag decrease from 0.4 seconds to 0.2 seconds. I don't know about guns anymore, so you just guys know this. And the most important on guns is all guns M1 attacks now have aim assist, so that's good for gun mains. So the very important update is on instinct. So now it does regenerate time decrease from 40 seconds to 30 seconds, allowing instinct dodges to replenish 25% faster. So the time on duration to regenerate is from 40 seconds to 30 seconds, and that's a good for PvP users. So this much on this instinct. This fruit guys dominated the Bloxfruit 1 years ago, and this is the Kitsune fruit, so it's just got nerfed. And on on-trend version, Z tap no longer break instinct, now instinct trickable. So on the X move, now channels on hit the user cannot cast another ability before the animation completes, and on the C move, end lag increased by 0.3 seconds. So I don't know about the end lag, but it's hard for Kitsune users. So if we're talking about Kitsune, then why not talk about its mutation? So the Imperial Kitsune also got nerfed, no longer breaks in sync, and Z hold damage decreased by 30%. On the X move, now channels on hit, the users cannot cast another ability before the animation completes, and it's the same as like the Kitsune fruit. So you guys just understand by watching the Kitsune. So let's move to the next one. So the next fruit is Lightning, and it just recently came out and is so overpowered that the Bloxfruit devs just nerfed it. V-tap hitbox size increased. Oh sorry, V-tap hitbox size decreased by 10% and V-hold hitbox size gain from charging decreased by 20% and 25%. Sorry, and this is the biggest nerf because the Lightning fruit literally dominates the Bloxfruit right now. So it's just got nerfed. So the next nerf we have is the Sanguine fighting style. So on C move, range decreased by 15% and hitbox size also decreased by 10%. So this is pretty bad I think, because I'm also thinking of unlocking the Sanguine fighting style. So they just nerfed right now. So let's move. So the next nerf is on the sword and it's the Yama sword. On the X move, no longer breaks instinct, only drains instinct while the target remains in the hitbox. So pretty bad as. So the next one we have is the skull guitar, and the first one is fix movement bug abuse mitigated. I don't know about this one. So the next one is the X hitbox size decreased by 15%. So I also need to unlock the skull guitar, and this is pretty bad for me. And the next one we have is the cold race, so which is got nerfed. So the first gear lifesteal decreased from 27% to only 20%, and the second gear is lifesteal decreased from 37% to 30%, and the cruise now drain instinct instead of breaking it instantly. Crew damage decreased by 10%. So I think it's like the domain expansion when the crew spawns. It's talking about that one. So the gold B4 is also nerfed because it is the strongest race in the Bloxfruits right now. As we're talking about race, let's talk about my race that I'm using. So Sark P4, and it's also adjusted on V3 as well. So cooldown increased by 15% and duration increased from 4.5 seconds to 5 seconds, and the B4 shield upgraded shield now scales up to 60% of maximum HP, and damage is enemies hit by the whirlpool have their damage decreased by 20%. Oh, so this is good for me because I'm using the Sark P3 right now, so I need to unlock the V4 as well. So now let's talk about the control fruit which is adjusted. So outside the domain, so X move cooldown increased by 4 seconds, hitbox size decreased by 10%, and on the C move cooldown increased by 4 seconds, and on the last F move is end lag increased by 0.25 seconds when hitting an enemy. So I don't know about this one, so you guys may know. So the next one is the Quake fruit, and it's buffed as well only in the awakened version. So if you guys don't know, the Quake one is getting reworked Quake fruit, so it's good for you. So the Z move is damage increased by 20%, end lag decreased by 70%, and on the X move is damage increased by 40%, wind up decreased by 30%, and end lag decreased by 30% as well. On the C move, damage increased by 40%, wind up decreased by 30%, and end lag decreased by 30%. So the V move is damage increased by 20% only. The next fruit we have is the eagle fruit, and it's also buffed. So in lag decreased by 20% on Z move. On the C move, wind up decreased by 45%, travel speed increased by 25%, and the V move hitbox size increased by 20%, stun duration increased by 30%. On the F move, flight speed increased by 30% and flight meteor drain increased while flying with a gun or sword equipped. And I think this move is the fastest on the Bloxfruit right now because the all moves are increasing only. Now we have the Tiger Fruit, it's also get buffed. So on the transformed version, Axe move wind up decreased by 20%, hitbox size increased by 15%. On the C move, which is tap, travel speed increased by 20%, hitbox size increased by 10%, and same as the C move on the hold, cast time decreased to 0.75 seconds, range increased, and on the F move can now be dodged with instinct travel speed increased by 10%. And on the same tiger, this is the next, which is blazing form. I think this is the next transformation on the tiger fruit as well. So the V move heals for 30% of the maximum health upon entering blazing form. The Z move damage increased by 13%, X move travel speed increased by 50%, and C move damage increased by 10%, travel speed increased by 15%, hitbox size increased by 15%, and on the F move now breaks instinct wind up decreased by 30%. So the blazing form is like which the tigers goes insane. So I think it's the that's one. So the next fruit and last one is the werewolf, which is the mutation of the tiger fruit. And on the transform version, passive move is lifesteal heals for 3% of the all damage dealt. And on the Z move, final heal damage increased by 30%, hitbox size increased by 5%, and the X move wind up decreased by 20%, hitbox size increased by 10%. C move tap travel speed increased by 20%, hitbox size increased by 10%, and the C hold cast time decreased to 0.75%, hitbox size increased by 10%. And on the F move can now be dodged with instinct cooldown decreased by 15%, travel speed increased by 10. And this also has the blazing form buff. So the passive is lifesteal heals for 3% of all damage dealt, and the V move is heals for 30% of maximum health when initially infected with rabies. And the Z move is knockback decreased by 30%, and the X move is travel speed increased by 20%, and the C move is damage increased by 20%, travel speed increased by 15%, and the hitbox size increased by 15%. So the last is F move, which is wind up decreased by 13%, 30% actually. So this much in this video. So if you guys enjoy watching this video, then like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. So tell me in the comment section about the new PvP patch update. So and there will be a part 2 again. So watch the part 2 and watch the part 1 as well, guys. So see you.